We just went deep on magic, didn't we? As I was sharing, just I'm curious, as I was sharing my story, could you see your story in my story? Could you see moments where you had to go right or left and you chose to go right and it first didn't feel right and then it was right? Isn't that weird? So if you'll hit the OK button. There you go, thank you. So let's talk business, let's talk money. Who wants to make some money? You should, it's a lot of fun, actually. I love making money. I'm going to teach you how I made $250,000 in one night. You like to know that? Okay, here we go. It's all about this one word. R-A-P-P-O-R-T. Rapport. Write it down. You want to be in rapport with your customers and your prospects. You want to be in rapport with your coach. You want to be in rapport with each other, with other human beings. And business is all about getting rapport. And the rapport is that invisible connection between your heart and theirs. And you know when you have it and you know when you don't. Right? It's that like that beautiful jump rope that goes from your heart to theirs, and together you can have all this fun, but then when somebody lets go of the jump rope, he goes, oh, that didn't feel good. Ooh. And I know as a speaker, there's times where I can build rapport, and I break it, and I build it, and I break it, build it, and I break it. You know when you break rapport is when you tease somebody's ego. In that moment, it's like, I liked you when you were a little gummy bear. But now you're a little gremlin. I don't like you no more. Right? That's that moment when somebody drops the jump rope. So let's talk about how to get them to play jump rope with you. And this is so big because I did this one night, and it was the first time I'd ever done it. I'd never gotten up on stage and sold anything more than a book for $19. And then I sold something and made $250,000 in one night. The first time I ever did it because of this little thing. And this little thing is you need rapport with your audience. And the reason why you want to be in Bill's group is because Bill is a master of rapport, isn't he? Yeah. Like, have you had fun with Bill Barron? Yeah. Have you had fun with the Scarf Mafia in the back? Yeah. They know about rapport, don't they? Yeah. So let's talk about rapport for you. Because you need to, this is like the subtle little sneaky part. It's not just that you need to get rapport with your customers and your prospects. You need to first get rapport with yourself. And the way you get rapport is it's two parts. Part number one is you need to have trust. Part number two, you need to have respect. So let's talk about trust. I believe that trust is built the moment you make your agenda, your real agenda, not the fake agenda, but the true, authentic agenda clear. The moment you make your agenda clear, a person begins to trust you. The moment they don't trust you, it's the moment they feel like you weren't authentic about your agenda. Look, Bill got up here and said, you're going to have a lot of fun in my group. This is what it costs. I, of course, enjoy cashing your fun tickets, but you're going to get this, this, and this value. It was very clear what the agenda was and for what amount, wasn't it? Yeah. The same thing is true in any conversation where a person goes, that's what they're really all about. You don't even need to like somebody to trust them. Did you know that? You don't even need to like somebody to trust them, because as long as their agenda is clear and it's authentic, so it's a congruent agenda, what they're saying, feeling, and doing is all in alignment, you will begin to trust them. How do we know that you don't need to like somebody? How many ladies, raise your hands, have ever been hit on by a cheesy guy? Raise your hand high, okay? Okay? Now listen to this. That guy is really cheesy if he came up to you and said, look, I just want to be clear with you. Tonight, I don't really want to hear anything about your cats or your business. I just want to have sex with you, okay? Would that be a very clear agenda, yes or no? Yeah. Would you have to like that guy, yes or no? No. But now you know his agenda, yes? Is that so much better than if the guy's like, oh, hey, tell me more about your cats. Hey. Oh, no, tell me more about Fluffy. No guy wants to hear about your cats. No guy, even cat guys, don't want to hear about your cats. They want another kind of kitten. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look at that. I even filtered a little bit, okay? It's agenda. Is the agenda clear? The moment you feel somebody's agenda has shifted, you stop trusting them. They say, I'm going to love you, and all of a sudden you feel like that's not showing love. You just did something that was abusive. Then all of a sudden the trust starts to go away, doesn't it? Yeah. But you need to have trust. And anytime you don't feel like somebody doesn't trust you, you got to be very clear again with your authentic agenda, the real agenda. Not the one that you think they want to hear, but the truth. On my first date with Mindy, I looked at her in a very unattached space, no joke here, and I said, I would love to sleep with you. And she didn't know if she should be offended or aroused. She was like, wait, what did you just say? But I was very clear with my agenda. I didn't want another female friend. I had a lot, right? I wanted to be romantically involved with her. I didn't want any confusion about that. We've been married for 4 years. It's looking like it's going okay. Agendas are clear. And the truth is, my agenda is still clear today. It's the same exact agenda. Right, baby? Yeah, it's the same exact agenda. But there's a second part of this equation. It's respect. And most people, when we think about respect, we think about it in a like a demanding, militant kind of way. Like, you gotta respect, I am a woman, you gotta respect me. You don't respect me, I'll kill you. Is that conducive? How's that working for you? And I see this, you know, the one group in society that really usually doesn't like to hire me to speak? It's the disabled community. Do you know why? Because in the disability community, they think that, not all of them, this is somewhat my own projection, but from what I've seen, is that I come into a room and I don't play off the disability piece. I just don't. And that frustrates them. They're always like, Sean, get behind the disability rights issues. And I'm like, listen, I'm all for that. And I ain't gonna bring militant to anything I do. Because respect is not something you can demand. You try it all you like. Try demanding respect and see how it works for you. There's a better way to get respect. And here's how I get respect. I acknowledge people's value. Write that down. I acknowledge people's value. And when an agenda, when you've acknowledged your authentic reason, the agenda's there, then you got trust. But then when you acknowledge people's value, then they feel respected. And the moment they don't feel respected anymore, it's because they don't feel like anymore you see them as valuable. They go, well, you don't see me as valuable anymore. I don't feel respected. Is this making sense? Yes or no? Yes. Yeah. So when you meet somebody who comes right in and says, look, this is my agenda. My agenda is I'd like to sleep with you. Or my agenda is I'd like to sell you something. Or my agenda is I'd like to be your friend. Or my agenda is I want to go on a vacation with you. Or my agenda, whatever their agenda is, They make it clear, and you can tell. Thoughts, feelings, and actions are all lined up. It's 100% congruent. Now you trust them. Then, the moment they're like, look, I want to tell you why I want to work with you, why I want to sleep with you, why I want to have fun with you, why I want to go on vacation with you, why? And then they start listing out authentic, not fluffy compliments, but authentic value that they see in you. Then you just start to go, wow, I'm seen. They get my value. You want to get somebody to feel really respected? Find the value that no one else sees in them. Find the value that they don't maybe see in themselves. And when you do that, a person will then have this incredible bond of respect, and they'll just automatically want to give it back. And when I come in front of a room, and this is why I love working with Bill, is Bill is very clear with his agenda. He's very clear about finding your value, hasn't he? Yeah, and so therefore you trust him as you should, and therefore you respect him as you should, because you feel respected. Once you have rapport, you can take people on an emotional roller coaster, and instead of being afraid, they throw their arms up in the air. They're like, woo, keep going, woo. And then when you ask them, hey, how much do you trust me? They go, what do you got? Let's go. Let's go. When you get rapport in your business with yourself, when you learn to trust yourself, when you begin acknowledging your value to yourself, you will begin to build a bond with yourself. Bill, Sean Stephenson, all the gurus in the world can't help you if you're not willing to build rapport with yourself. So who's willing to build rapport with themselves right here, right now? Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. You're going to write down in your journal, on your notebook right now, what do you want to get out of the next 90 days? What do you want to get out of yourself in the next 90 days? Are you going to join this group? Are you going to build up a tribe? Are you going to choose to have fun? What is your agenda? My final point on why I feel like you should be continuing on in this tribe? Because you can do all this on your own. It's nowhere near as fun. Why do this alone? Why do that matter? I don't need to grow. I don't need to be in that group. Why? It's a lot more fun. What is your agenda? And then now what I want you to do is I want you to write down one thing that you absolutely adore about yourself. What do you respect about yourself? What are you going to focus on for the next 90 days as you trust and respect yourself? I love you all so much. Thank you very much.